Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, in this video we will have our discussion around whatever geopolitical development is taking place in the world and how we can connect it with the planets. Because guys, let me be very clear, whatever is happening right now in the world, it is not like something which is very obvious or very normal or very predictable. Because see, let me be very clear with you. We will take control over Taiwan coming in from the China. We are still accustomed with it. We will take control over like Ukraine and other neighboring countries coming in from the Russia. We can still buy that. But United States of America recently, like, they supposed to be the advocate of free will, of international law, rules, regulation, and now they are talking about taking control over Greenland from Denmark, renaming like Gulf of Mexico, Panama Canal, and now this like Canada, which looked like a joke, but now with back-to-back tweet, it looks like Donald Trump actually mean it. So all of that needs to be studied through astrology, that what exactly and which direction the world order is going. So guys, we all have been talking about, especially in all the astrology circles, about this conjunction of the Saturn and Rahu, which is going to be taking place in the month of April. Now it is very sensitive because look at it in this way. It's not only about that Saturn is gonna be transiting in the like Capricorn or like Taurus or like Cancer. If you will take into consideration the Kal Purush Kundli, Pisces is the original sign which is connected with the 12th house, which is connected with the expenses, which is connected with the losses. So now let's just park this thing over here. We all know this thing that with the motion of the planet Jupiter as well. Now Jupiter, which is is already going to be moving very fast, and which in Hindi is called as the Atichari motion, when a planet is supposed to be moving with a faster pace. And amidst all of that, we all know this thing that in this year, the sensitive pressing point of this year is going to be the month of April, when like Saturn and Rahu are going to be conjunct. Then there is going to be the time period from like July 13th till November 28th, when Jupiter is going to be in a Atichari motion, in a fast motion, and Saturn in the Pisces is going to be retrograde. And guys, I was also even paying attention to the degrees as well. Like in the last week of the November, so Saturn in its retrograde motion, it will reach till the 0 degree of the Pisces. It will not like enter into the Aquarius sign. It will reach till the 0 degree. It is going to be stationary. It is going to be stationary in the 0 degree of the Pisces, and that is the same time when Jupiter is also going to be retrograde and right at the 0 degree of the Cancer. Now I was just thinking about like all those children who will be born with both Saturn and Jupiter in 0 degree and in the stationary motion Saturn. So it's gonna be a very special karma. But okay, now coming back to this point. So guys, let's take up the two major development which happened recently. The very first is going to be on the chart of the Justin Trudeau. Now guys, especially like when I made a video on his chart, on his predicament, that is how I labeled that thumbnail. I mentioned this thing because Justin Trudeau is somehow like his 8th house. So in the Justin Trudeau's case, at a time when I was talking about his chart, I mentioned this thing that he is a Leo Lagna, and his ascendant lord is very much strengthened in the 5th house, which in itself tells about that okay, his father was also the head of the country and all. So all of that we can see as a prominence, that just to verify that we are working on the right chart. Over and above that, guys, in his case, his 8th house is in a very potent state, like because he has got Mars and Moon being conjunct over there in the 8th house. Now it's not like that Mars and Moon being conjunct in any earth sign, like it's like Taurus, it's like Virgo, it's like Capricorn, is a different dimension. But in the Pisces, Moon is very impressionable, Moon is very sensitive, it's under tremendous pressure. And over and above that, guys, even if you will take into consideration the Dasha, so he was also he is in the Mars Mahadasha, and within Mars Mahadasha he is running the Jupiter Antardasha. So looks like in a way that there is going to be a whole lot of next level of blame game, capturing territory, heated fiery debates and comments coming in from different neighboring countries and all. In a way, I would say that Justin Trudeau had a narrow escape because he already is carrying a heavy burden of a failed economy, That's what the whole Canada has been blaming him for. But let's say, for example, losing the country is gonna be altogether a big level of blunder. Now, obviously, that's not gonna happen. But what I'm trying to say, because the thing is, guys, we all know this thing that politics works on a relationship basis, and Justin Trudeau never ever had, like even in the last stint or tenure of the Donald Trump as well, he did not have a good rapport, good relationship with him. So with him being in the, like, as a head of the country and something, it is in any case gonna be adding more problems to him. Now, guys, if I were to talk about from the Donald Trump's point of view, now look at in this way. First of all, it's ironical that we are in a universal year 9. If you will make a sum total of the 2025, you will get the resulting number as the 9, which is being ruled by the planet Mars. Now, who is right now calling the shots, like in United States? Now, obviously, like Donald Trump came with a heavy majority. Over and above that, Elon Musk. Now, both Elon Musk and Donald Trump are very, very strongly Mars ruled people. That is the first validation. Second thing is that, guys, if you will take up the case of Donald Trump, now it becomes very important, because when he was in that tenure last time, he was not talking about like that. He had issues with China, he was very vocal about it. He had issues with the Iran, he was very vocal about it. But how come suddenly, and that too when he has not even presided over on that seat? So I was giving attention to his chart, and guys, if you remember, I recently uploaded this video regarding that the Leo sign is burning in 2025, and you can fairly see the validation over here as well, because in Donald Trump's case, like Ketu is going to be coming right over there in his first house over his natal Mars, and Saturn is going to be transiting from his 8th house. So it's like he is gonna be delivering a heavy karma to the whole nation. Again, it's not gonna be about that a country is going down, economy is going down, or major war or something. There is the possibility of all of that. But yes, whatever stance he has taken, he has actually taken the world on a altogether different direction, because now what is going to be happening is that it is gonna give leverage to other nations as well. Now, what used to be the stance which China, which Russia used to follow, now they will get this freehold that, okay, if there could be a greater America, why couldn't be a greater China with Taiwan a part of it, and Russia with all the neighboring countries a part of it? So I mean to say, it's gonna create a whole together snowball effect. That is the first thing. Now, guys, talking about, see, we have to actually give attention that what is happening suddenly, why he's acting like this. He has always been like little bit you know, outspoken. If I were to put it in a very decent way, he has always been outspoken, but now the way he has been talking, and he mean it. Like when he's been interviewed and he's being asked by the journalist that will you take the military action or economic sanctions or other means in order to get those countries which you are targeting, he says couldn't be ruled out. So let's look at his dasha, guys. So we all know this thing that he is right now in the Jupiter Mahadasha, and within Jupiter, what actually helped him, you know, win over the election, and what period, sub period he is right now in, is the Venus Antardasha. Now, guys, give attention over here. Now, like he is in a dasha of a planet Jupiter, which is there in the 2nd house. Now, Donald Trump's case is very unique in this way that even United States of America, even America's chart, if you will make the chart of the country, that also happened to be the Leo. So that means he is working completely in synchronicity with the pulse of the nation. It's not like something that he is acting in contradiction. So he's actually working out in a way of delivering the, you know, the verdict or the justice or the fate of that country. So Jupiter is in the 2nd house. So that means greed for the expansion of the boundaries. That is the first thing which we see. Now, just because he is also in the sub-period of the 10th Lord, and Venus is there in the 12th house. So that also tells about, you know, all those things which you have lost in the past. You're trying to capture it back. So guys, the way this whole thing is happening, because I already made a video, because even at a time when I took into consideration the planetary alignments at a time of the inauguration ceremony. So Mars being debilitated, being the Lagna of that hour, and Moon being conjunct with Ketu. So all of that is not a good indication, and all these are omens. The way this news came from, like suddenly is coming in the news about this new virus coming in and getting spread from the China, and now this thing is happening. And now these days, lately, there is a world map from the 1942 which has been also going viral, where people are talking about, that time it was speculated that the new world order will look like this, like all these Afghanistan, Pakistan was a part of the India that time, but all like Greenland is going to be part of like United States, and so like this is how things are gonna work in this year. And once he's gonna preside over again for his second tenure, Donald Trump. So guys, like I was talking about, when you're 10th Lord, you are in a sub period. The country, even looking at in synchronicity with the country's chart as well, you are in the sub period of the 10th Lord, which is there in the 12th house. That is the whole reason you are being obsessed about capturing things which you have lost. So things which have been lost, you will put your heart and soul in order to win it back. But again guys, the way things are happening with Ketu transiting right over there in your first house, it's in any case there is a severe threat to his life that cannot be overlooked. With Ketu transiting right over there from your first house, Saturn transiting right from your 8th house, and Saturn giving its third aspect to your 10th house. So yes guys, all of that. And when Saturn is gonna turn retrograde, like the time period from the 13th of July till November 28th is going to be very sensitive, very volatile for him. So yes guys, that is how things work. Because even at a time when I was showing you Justin Trudeau's chart, he also resigned on a day when the transiting moon was in his 8th house. In his 8th house, Mars is also active, so his moon was in under tremendous pressure. And again guys, I always say this thing, that whatever life brings to us in the guise of the Rahu and Ketu, over there is a very least of the free will where we could have any say. But in the case of the Justin Trudeau, I would say that he actually had a very narrow escape, because what is coming in the way, he will still escape narrowly from a bigger blame. He is already having a big blame on his back, on his chest, and it would have made things worse for him had he stayed for the next few months. So in a way, like destiny worked out for him. And again guys, I'm gonna make another video very soon over where I will talk about that. When we talk about the extremely fortunate time, or when we talk about the extremely unfortunate time, over there you will see that if in any capacity the chart is getting like afflicted by the influence of the Rahu and Ketu, and the same thing is getting promised and valid in the transit and the dasha, then the outcome of the happening of event becomes very sure. Like for example, this chart recently came in front of me, Leo Lagna, ascendant lord being Sun, there in the 8th house. So ascendant lord Sun in the 8th house, conjunct with Moon, conjunct with Rahu over there. So, and Rahu Antardasha was on, Mars is in the 4th house in the Scorpio. So Mars Rahu time period is currently active. In the transit as well, Rahu's also there in the 8th house. So we got that there are like three things which you have to understand. There was a promise in the chart of life being very uncertain. These kind of unfortunate events, your life is very prone and vulnerable towards that. So the first is the promise. Second is activation through the dasha. And the third thing is the transit as well. Because even in the transit, Rahu's also transiting right over there in that point. It's like we say this thing, the Rahu Ketu return this person was having. And yeah, it's like in his history, his both parents died in a road accident, and last couple of weeks back only, his very young son, he also committed suicide. Now again guys, you do not have to worry about it if you have this Lagna. See, that is the only reason. This is how you have to study the chart. Very first thing which always works, the only thing which makes things happen is the promise. If you do not have that promise, then you do not have to worry about it. So the very first thing comes is the promise. Second thing which comes in the picture is the activation through dasha. And if it is getting verified with the transiting planet as well, then the possibility tend to remain very high. Now this is the unfortunate, misfortunate kind of case. In the fortunate case, people who win over election, people who become CEO, sudden discovery of fortune, winning over lottery, suddenly getting married, having a childbirth, even in those cases, the promise has to be there. it has to be getting activated through the dasha, and if transit is also promising it, then there's a high possibility of that happening. So yes guys, a lot of the people have been sharing that quote of Abraham Lincoln, that if you want to test a man's true character, give him power. So yes, I knew this thing, that once Donald Trump is gonna come, oh my god, we astrologers and journalists are gonna get lot of stuff and material, lot of, you know, spicy material to make video, to make content. But I thought that we still have to wait for him to preside over as the president, like after the oath, after the inauguration ceremony. But even before that, he started, you know, making the whole, like, the drama is on. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say. If you want me to dig deeper into it, like get deeper into the nakshatra, specific weeks and months, please write it in the comment section guys. And oh my god, I forgot to do the business promotion. Yes, if you want to book any reading, go to the description section of this video. I will be coming to LA January 14th to 16th. If you want to meet me in person, please write an email to me. And for the Panchang course, gonna start on January 18th, please write an email. Thanks a lot guys for watching the video.